Okay, it says I'm live, and then it says I'm live. So I'm doing a little bit of an experiment today. One channel, two lives. And they're not broadcasting the same conversation. I wonder what it's showing on my channel. Oh, it's showing the... Okay, so it's showing... So right now there's a live on my iMac that is broadcasting to someplace else because it's registering. I have two lives going at the same time on my same channel. One on the iMac and one on the iPad. I'm just screwing around. So, anyway, alright, well, we're going to end this one. I always wanted to do that. We'll come back to that one later. Stop stream. I like that thumbnail better. I'll make it, I'll do another talk and then I'll use these same settings is what I'll do. So we'll get out of there. Okay, there. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Yokampa. I just like having these little talks on how I feel about things. It's important that people talk about how they feel about things. If they don't talk about how they feel about things, then shit builds up and then before you know it, freaking people are bringing guns to you and shooting people and stuff, and it's just easier to verbally communicate your stuff. So, I've been reminiscing about where I was 11 years ago. 11 years ago, I was rafting down the Grand Canyon, and I looked it up. Because when I did it, I was like, how do people get to do this? Like, I thought it was, like, illegal for people to be able to do this. But if you have enough money and enough privilege and enough clout and enough whatever, you can do whatever you want. As long as you're in, I don't know. So there's Western, what was that company called? Western River Rafts. I just got a new camera, and it was a trip that my dad and my brother paid for me. Not airfare. Airfare wasn't included. Buy your airplane ticket. It's always something with those Freemasons. You know, however you gotta keep the... Anyway. So, it was 3 nights and 4 days, and you start off with a plane ride. You stay in a hotel room overnight in Sin City. So you stay in a hotel room in Las Vegas, and then the next morning they bus you out to a little airport on the outskirts of Las Vegas. And so that night before we walked around, I was just so tripped out, because I always heard about how so many people went to Sin City. And I just couldn't understand why. So hot and muggy, and there's people everywhere, drunks, all kinds of just debauchery. I grew up with that stuff, so I don't want debauchery. I want a safe place. Everywhere I go, I want everywhere I go to be a safe place, silly me. And so I took a bunch of pictures and stuff, and there's like people with their kids, you know, like it's not an environment for kids. It's just a hub of self-will run riot. They just have little pockets of Babylon that they give to people on planet Earth where they can just go do whatever they want, live that best life. Ignore all the pain and suffering that's around there, but, you know, just have a good time. And then they do that, and then they do it everywhere, and there's just all these people that have fallen through the cracks. The cracks of society have gotten so wide, so now the cracks in the earth are going to get so wide. And it's cool that they built their little bunkers. But, you know, water seeps. And karma has a way to seep in like water through the crevices, and it'll get you. So that you can't plan for everything. You can try to plan for all the mishaps that happen in the world, but things come up because lessons need to be learned, because that's what life is about. So then you fly out of a little plane. There's only like a 20-person plane. Wasn't that I took pictures of all this stuff. And then you land in a place called the Barton Ranch. Well, actually, where you land is called Welcome to the Whitmore International Airport. North Concourse, Gate A, elevation 4,100 feet. And then they bus you. Okay, when you worry about stuff, I was going to talk about that today too. I see so many people that are worried about stuff. You want to get yourself out of the vibrational frequency of worry, go for a walk. And the universe is going to show you somebody that you can be a service to you too. And I guarantee by the time you get home, you can't be stupid because people are crazy. So you got to stay away from crazy. You got to use your discernment. But there's always somebody that can open a door for them. Like there's so many small. I drive around and hand out water to homeless people through my window, and I'm up high so I can hand it down to them. And so yeah, there's all these people worried on planet Earth. Just think about how much things would get better if they were so worried and they went out. And this is what I've done for years. Has sustained me. I'm not just saying this. These are words that I live by, because I can get stuck in my head and I can, wake up not wanting to live every single day, if that's the course that I choose. Every day I have a purpose. I gotta make sure Mom's comfortable and she's happy and fed and clean and hair washed and feet soaked and nails trimmed and all that stuff. And I don't know how to do this stuff because it wasn't done for me when I was a little girl, because she grew up in an orphanage. She didn't know how to take care of herself. Therefore, she didn't know how to teach me how to take care of myself. And we never had the same experience. Like, I'm going through menopause right now. She's never been through menopause. They medically induced her menopause when I was born. They cut her uterus in half. They took out one ovary so the men could perpetuate the storyline of fucking fake hormones, because they take the real ones from women. It's like, this whole country's gross, so we gotta go out and overcompensate with goodness. One thing I like to do, I like to go around town and I like to give my stickers out. Straight people like rainbows too, and ever since I was a little girl, I did the rainbow. This is how the rainbow makes sense in my mind, because we're just all shades of the same color wheel, see? And it matters how you vibe. It don't matter what you are. It don't matter if you're a fucking lizard, if you're a reptile. It don't matter what you are on this fucking planet. It matters what you do with what you are. I guess the only thing I can say to that, Cassie, is you're going to have to get used to doing stuff by yourself and understand we live in a world of frequency. And if you have loved ones that are passed on, you are never alone, dude, because they take their last breath. Energy never dies. You're never alone. You just can't see in the frequency, because your mind, regular people, their minds won't allow it, because we're conditioned to not believe what we see unless we can touch it. And what we can touch they aren't even tangible. So you know what? It does my heart good, Cassie, to read these comments, actually. You make sun catchers? That would be cool. That would be a really cool to see. It's giving of ourselves freely to people that aren't going to give anything back to us. That's a sweet thing, you know? And I found, like, dude, I mean, my story is miraculous. Like, I'm a testimony, really, because me and Mom were destitute. Like, Oregon was on fire, you know? Good old Spencer Pratt, right? I've been talking about this shit for fucking years, but he just starts in because it fucking affects him, see? People only talk about stuff that it affects. And now that we see more and more people are being affected, then it matters. Remember Paradise, California? How many people got wiped off the planet Earth that day? That's another situation where we will never know the numbers. You know, so Oregon was on fire in 2020. I asked my brother, the big important lawyer for the Office of Parole, if he'd help me find a place to live closer to he and Mom. And he said, Mom's your problem. Get rid of 2 of your dogs and put Mom in a home. Go back to work and start adding to your retirement. Think about your future. That's California Bar 249276, Jerome A. Hesse. It's all about California transparency. I'm not telling no secrets. I'm not telling anything anybody can't Google on the internet and find out. Because you want to know what a monster is? My body fucking freaked out when he said that to me. Like I saw my future. Like, I'm like, what are you gonna do to keep you and Mom homeless? So I stopped drinking again. I'd already stopped drinking, but that sealed the deal. I started listening to astrology all the time, just so I could know what potentials were happening. How, you know? Ended up through YouTube videos and YouTube chats and hell. Flagstaff, Carrie Gunn, fucking terrible human being. I don't even know if she's still in Flagstaff. Invited me and Mom to come live with her, only to shit on us. And put us out on, and threatened to put us out on the street yet again. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is there's a lot of people don't want to be homeless, but you know what? You know what's creating the homelessness? The privileged that are really afraid to be homeless, because they're squandering it all up for themselves. See, and what they don't understand, when you do not give away what is given to you, serenity, peace, security, just the hierarchy needs, Maslow's hierarchy needs, basic needs. That's it, just Maslow's, you know, food, shelter, clean water, just that. If you are impeding the progress from other people from getting that, or creating environments that it makes it harder for other people to be comfortable in this incarnation, there is hell to pay. And now look at all the little hells to pay. All the little lip dicks out there. All the guys that for years said, we are the strong men. Listen to us with our might and our bombs and our sneaking around in the middle of the night blowing shit up like little fucking pussy bitch cowards. Look what's happening to America now. 2017, they spent $11 million on Viagra, on boner pills. Just because military men just ain't men like they used to. So, all of this shit is coming back around because you can't dominate, you can't control, you can't fuck with people's free will. And that's what these fucking I call them burrow brats. They're ass brats. And they can all suck my decorum. Because there's no place for that anymore. Understand, I'm a peaceful being. You don't go around shooting people. You don't go around fucking hitting people. You don't even get to spit on people when you don't like them. You don't get to stab them. Just because you can't contain your emotions within you, and you have to take a weapon and take all of your anger from your mommy not holding you, to daddy being a dick, to people being bullies and all this shit, and you just not learning how to let that water flow off. Just ignore what other people think about you. And you can just, oh, I'm so angry, I'm going to put it in this knife and put it into you. Fuck you, you're a little bitch. You're a little demon. You think you could poo-poo? You're a little demon. You're a hog on a hog? You're a little fucking demon. You built up this whole life for you? people like me that are just trying to stay homeless fucking because a dude when I was 15 slammed my mom's head in a door because he had a little fucking dick too? I was fucked with and bullied when I was a little girl. Dudes would show me their fucking wieners, you know, like all this shit. And it's just more stuff I just get to get over because society says that's what you get to accept because you live in America. Because these are the standards that are set by the president from getting his dick sucked back in the 90s. I did not have sex. This whole fucking country is a goddamn lie. So why aren't people just walking into buildings and setting up fucking camp? Because that is what fucking America is built on. Just walk into an empty building. Make it your own. In Taos, nobody's gonna fucking buy it. They got all these billion-dollar houses for sale, but who the fuck wants to come to fucking Taos, New Mexico? And eat fucking redundantly at the same fucking restaurants that aren't even consistent to begin with because they can't get people to consistently go and work in these places. But hey, the ski valley, hey, they with their little fucking outdoor activities, like, and their little skateboard fucking, like, your kids can't read in the whole state. Young women are throwing babies in fucking dumpsters with umbilical cords on them. And this state, between weed, oil, taxes, is a multi-billion. They have so much money they don't know what to do with it, but they don't want to fucking give it to the people. Everything is lying. I'm having a hard time with everything. That's why you gotta be the truth. That's why whenever I go out into the fucking world and I am surrounded by lies, I am the authentic being. I ain't the little fucking bitch that's going with the program. That's gonna sit there and watch the stupid. Look at that fucking dude on the stage. That JT guy. You know why he lost his voice? Because the guy's probably been sitting in fucking 20 years in a chair than the glory days, drinking booze. And it fucking wrecked his voice. That's what America does with free will. It poisons itself. You might have fresh farm-to-table restaurants in every community. You know what is always going to be more busy? McFucking-Donald's. You know why? Because people are conditioned. When they're little kids, they used to do that shit with me. If you're good, we'll go to McDonald's and get an ice cream cone or some bread. If you're good, I'll reward you with food. And now look how many people feel bad. They're trying to make it. Look at, we live in fucking Wally land. Yeah, stop with the fucking breedings. Stop with the breeding. Like, I used to tell me when I was a little girl, don't have too much in life that you can't carry on your own. And it's been really difficult trying to maintain a roof over my fucking head in New Mexico with 5, now 2 dogs. We're in stable housing now. Like, there's not of a threat. We're okay now, but getting to this point has been fucking hell. Because of the stupid fucking cousins and what they're allowed to do. Because they feel like it. So you're 54, so you got 3 years on me. And you're in Washington State. I grew up in Redding. I saw Sadhguru in Tucson, where I saw Sadhguru in Washington State before I moved there. I also saw fucking Lady Gaga in Tacoma. That was a life learning, because I used to be in that world. I used to be all about VIP and concerts and stuff like that. You're okay. I didn't mean to scare you. Don't make me weird. I'm not into you. You're so pretty. My little girl's down there. My little pretty girl. Luna Tickle. She's in Mom's chair. Yeah, I don't have any friends. I just don't. I've been listening to a lot of stuff about stoicism and stuff like that, and I can understand where they're coming from when they say that friends are like tools of manipulations and stuff. And what I do is I'm cool with people until I hear them trying to modify my behavior. Because I'm never trying to modify anybody's behavior. I see the consequences in what happens when people behave in certain ways. And so my thing is like, I don't fucking care how you act. If this, then that. I've seen it too many times. If you act like this, it may not be tomorrow, but ultimately down the road, the consequences are going to be this. And everybody that drinks a lot of booze, they all have the fucking same end. If you drink like me, I'm a drunk. I drink like a fucking, day drink, wake up 6 in the morning, pass out, start drinking again. Like mom don't get taken care of. Mom ain't gonna get taken care of if I start drinking it. That's what drinking does. It allows the demons to come in. Just do what you want to do. Self-will run riot. What I want to do is take care of my mom because the world ain't fucking done her no fucking, she's a fucking wonderful woman. And I know that she's not the only one. There's a lot of freaking really cool women out there that have fucking birth defects, and so what? They don't even get a chance in life. You raised 2 boys, so you were a single mom too. See, that's the thing is my brother he don't remember. Because he's part of the MK Ultra program. Dude, the guy fucking fits all the markers. All of them. When he was like in junior high, like, and he got in trouble, a judge got his hand on him, a handler. They expunged his record. He still did the fucking deed. Hit mom. Like he was all these fucking... Because he's a Virgo. Virgos are women, it's female energy. So you're going to find if a Virgo isn't fucking balanced with his masculine and feminine, he's going to overcompensate and fucking beat up his little sister and hit his mom. And chances are have fucking homosexual relationships his whole life without his wife knowing. He is a statistic. There's way more fuckers like him in America than me. He was in the Army Guard. He still is. He signed up in 89. It's 2025. He's been siphoning sucking Uncle Sam's dick since then. He got to go to Iraq. And that's where they create wars. And then they send you there if they like you. If you're going to go a part of their stupid plans. And then they'll let you pay. They'll pay you your bonuses. They'll pay you your bonuses. And then you get tax-free because you're in a hazardous duty place. When we're the fucking hazard. They make us the hazard and then they pay themselves for fucking words like freedom and democracy. It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. This is the country in which we live. So, yeah, my brother, he makes $240,000 a year, and he told my mom to fucking, he wanted us to be homeless because he don't want the world to know he hit his mom, and that fucking his sister has been fucking taking care of her mom, doing all this stuff, trying to fucking just stay alive on planet Earth when the systems are designed to make people fail, and I just haven't failed. That's it. I mean, yeah, he's just the first gay president. Like this whole nation is contrived. People talk 2-party systems. I said it's a circle jerk of greed. Like I don't believe in anything that is on print that they say this country is, because this country is a lie. It's based on lies. The people to get the positions of power are liars. It's, you tell the truth and you're an asshole. It's I don't want to be a part of it. They changed the algorithm again. I was looking for the, oh, yeah, here it is. JAS worked as an attorney, assistant chief counsel for the state of California, and in 2023 had a reported pay of $194,358 according to public records. See, I don't put nothing private out there. It's all public. This is 180.1% higher than the average pay for state employees, and 179.9% higher than the national average for the government. So tell me I don't have the good fucking blood in me. I just didn't sell my soul like my brother did. He was in a Dare fucking movie. One of those, he was in after school specials. Don't do drugs, like, what, did he touch you? Like all that. He was in one of those. Like, he wanted to be in Hollywood, but he didn't have the self-assurance. He didn't have confidence like I have. So he went the way of the legal system. That is why I've been said my whole life, the legal system, they're lines on a page, like lines on a script. And they're read in certain ways that are and they're written in certain ways that are always led open to interpretation, so people can always dispute the interpretation while the matters fall away because they're too busy going back and forth with the words and what they mean, while fucking women who are protecting their fucking kids from perverted men rotting away in prison. Like, there's the letter of the law and the spirit of the law, but moms are in prison for protecting their children by taking away the threat. But the threat is free because the threat is protected in America. They love the fucking pervert here. They love the pervert. Because the perverts are like strong guy. They'll dominate, they'll control, they'll lie, they'll cheat. They usually come from families that protect them. My dad was an asshole that was born to privilege into a family that protected him. That's what created the monster in my brother. He saw how it was okay. Just shit on him. Just do whatever you want. Nobody's going to come and save him. And like they get their rocks off from people being fucking punished. Cassie, one of the things I can do is just you want to know how you're going to feel? Start listening to just people talk about astrology and you'll start picking it up. I didn't think it was racist either because I don't have a racist mind. But for people that have a racist mind, they recognize like attracts like, and then they just meet churches, sports stadiums. Like, they meet in their fucking groups and find other fucking assholes like them. When people like you and me are just staying home because we don't want to be around the assholes. And now the level of asshole has grown to this exponential fucking rate that is just, Yes, we are nothing but experiments to them. And they look like real men, like the Bible says. They're good. They look like real people. But they don't have a soul. That's what I think fucking narcissists. They're like the Nephilim or whatever, like falling. You don't got no soul. You don't care. The fucking people, their flesh is rotting. Like, they don't got no place to get out of the shade, and there's fucking flies and maggots in their human fucking flesh. This should not be happening on this fucking planet anywhere. And these old fucking lizard dudes are going around getting their rocks off because look at all the people that are suffering. Let's go play golf. And it's just like, oh, that's the only thing that makes you feel like a man, huh? It's making people suffer. That's man in 2025. You don't agree with me? Here's the hammer. You're a Sagittarius. It helps if you know your birth chart. There's all kinds of free places to go. And don't take any one place for gospel. at all. Like, go, because I've been in depending on the site, I've been in 19 degrees Aries sun. I've been 21 and 20 degrees. So you gotta just like take everything as knowledge, use what you can, and leave the rest. Like everything else. Like if it resonates with you, my mom's a Sagittarius. That might be like why kind of like because that like attracts like. So you might be here because mom's over there sleeping. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where's that other one? I was going to talk about. Oh, and here on this site, it says in 2023, Jerome Hessick A earned $235,782 by working as assistant chief counsel. His according to public records, his salary increased by 4.86% from 2022 to 2023. In 2020, Mom and I were trying to live on a little bit more than what he got in a raise. So, I mean, that's how I know these fucking assholes suck, is because I'm related to them. This is another thing the military does. So you know, when I used to think that they had it so rough and everything, and then I became a part of it, and I'm like, it's all a fucking act. It's all a lie. In 2025, the U.S. Air Force offers enlistment bonuses through the Selective Retention Bonus, the SRB program, and a session bonus. The SRB program is intended to retain skilled airmen in high-demand jobs. Selective SRBs includes 89 Air Force specialty codes. The bonuses can range from 180 to 360,000 over the course of an airman's career. Airmen can receive the SRB as a lump sum or in installments. It just depends on which good blood you got in you. It's intended to retain experience, but they say experienced professionals. I fucking used to hang out with dudes that were dyslexic, but because their dads were big, important, fucking strong men in the Marines, they were dyslexic, couldn't fucking read right, which is okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Shouldn't be able to fly a helicopter, though. So, and then I start thinking, why are all these planes crashing? Well, maybe because people are getting hired, not because of what they're capable of, but more for who they know. Did you know that an airplane, the wing of an airplane is only held on by 3 bolts? 3 bolts! Don't worry, though, because they're really long. They're skinny, but they're really long. That's what I'm saying. That you're Cassie, you're in my brain. Anybody should be able. I could have been fucking excavating as a 6-year-old. I have abilities like that. I got in trouble when I was 2 for sneaking down in the kitchen before my grandparents woke up, got all of the stuff out to make pancakes, mixed it together, turned on the stone, and I was flipping pancakes on my knees next to the fucking griddle, and my grandma came in and scooped me up without acknowledging, oh my God, look what she was making us breakfast. I was 2. When I was 3, I didn't want sissy baby fucking training wheels on my first bicycle that I got for my birthday. So I went in the garage when I got my birthday bicycle, got pliers and took them off, and taught myself how to fucking ride a bike. So when I'm surrounded on planet Earth and I see all these people that have chosen this really fucking stupid weird program, I want to change the channel on planet Earth, and I can't. And I try to go to all these places where I think I could find like-minded people, and it's just more fucking fake people. More people want to fucking play. I want to do the work and have fun while we do the work, and then play later after the work is done, while I'm surrounded by fucking middle midgets that just want to play, 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 and go, wee! They're just chasing sensations, just chasing those sensations. You never want to just feel bad, because nobody wants to do work all the time. I didn't, but when I had to go appease a fucking dumbass judge that I never even saw to go see my fucking dad, my dad, I'm talking like 10 years old, we were unpaid labor to him. He would always fucking rope us into shit like, hey, we're gonna go to the beach today. Yay, we're gonna go to the beach. Pismo, Avila, whatever. You know, woo, we're gonna go to the beach. Okay, but first, we have to go over to this house because your grandma is gonna pay me to clean this yard. So we would go to a fucking house, do fucking grunt work for 3 hours so my dad could make $120, $125. And then he would drive us to fucking the beach for an hour, buy us a hot dog. We heard talk drama. I don't know. And then he was the dad of the fucking year. I've taken this path, like, you talk about college. When I worked at Creighton University, that's when I was like, Jesuits are fucking dumbasses, and so is higher ed. And fucking in New Mexico, like, they think that they got, like, a really good education system. It's so weird. Like, people will fucking believe in Santa Claus as adults. That's what I call believing in Santa Claus. Like, you believe this thing that is clearly not fucking true because your people can't read. And there's only, like, supposedly 2 million people in the whole state. So while there's so many impoverished, it just tells you that the stupid cousins are in charge. I barely graduated high school, but I wanted to be accepted by my family, so people that don't graduate high school don't get accepted in my family. Exactly. Oh, what's that? That's funny. Because, I don't know, all these people are, I didn't never listen, like, the people that are dying, like, I never listened. I hung out with dudes that fucking listened to Ozzy, but then they were fucking dickheads. Like, they did shitty things, and I didn't want to, so then I kind of lumped in my head that fucking, okay, guys that do things like this, listen to these things. So I'm racking up stats. If this, then that. So I don't want to be like people that do those things. So I cut a lot of shit out of my life. I haven't had a Subway sandwich since 2010, 2008, 10, 9, somewhere around there. Because I'm like, why does the sandwich company buy fucking pay pedophiles? Why do they fucking pay dog killers? Like, it must be the spirit of the people that work in the company, because like attracts like, and I'm not fucking putting their food in my body. That's how my mind works. Most people are deliberate. They're deliberately greedy and selfish because they don't got the good blood, or maybe they do, but they're making bad choices. So, it was a good time. I think back then, 11 years, I wonder how much it costs now to do a 3-night, 4-day. Like, and then I looked it up, Grand Canyon float. Like, and the tour guys, they do all kinds of cool shit. Like, they make really good food. The menu is so good. Like, steak and spaghetti, and, you know, you get to poop in a tent under the stars, and the aliens will come if you're of a certain frequency. let's see. But back then, it was, I don't know, it was like probably like $2,700 or 21. I can't remember how much. I remember looking it up. But you get to stay at a dude ranch. Like, everybody should have access to experiences like this. Everybody should. Like, I have often imagined, I'll spend a substantial amount of time imagining the world without any kind of currency. Without borders. No borders. Like, people can come and go, travel freely. You don't ever have to swipe a card. All you gotta do is freely navigate on planet Earth. But look at all the people that had to create systems that they could be a part of because they don't have any fucking practical skills. Like, if you give everybody an opportunity, think about the opportunities that people will take to make things better. Instead of these old limp dicks that are fucking making things worse from their made up fucking delusions of grandeur. When they never even peaked. They just were told that they did really great things. Your mom passed away 2 days ago? I'm so sorry. My heart hurts. For it, like, because I mean, that's my story. It's a shitty club. Either I go before mom, which is a shittier club for her, or she goes before me, which is, it's just, but this is what life is, and I hope peace finds you through this troubled time. I just lost my dog 2 weeks ago, and I'm still, he came to see me in a dream last night, though. I was 200 pounds and I'm 5'4". I'm 175 now, but what I do, if take it or leave it, but what I did is when I moved here and I was in a place that I wasn't comfortable, instead of staying in my discomfort, there was a dumbbell under the porch, so I started lifting the dumbbell. And then as I moved, when I moved out to Hondo, same situation, I was uncomfortable, I bought a 20-pound weight. And then when I moved here, I changed my thinking. It's not when I'm uncomfortable, it's when I feel powerlessness. When there's things happening that I want to change, but I can't. So how I turn it over to God is by doing physical foot prayer, so to speak. So I have these now. So now I have two. And then so when I feel powerless, I just stand here and do sets of 300 until I don't feel powerless anymore. So you can see through the last course of the last several years on my journey, as my body has changed, I moved here, I was probably 130 pounds. And then I started that. So every day we have an opportunity to start. Just only give yourself so much accountability if you want to start doing something. Just start low, like 5 pounds. Because you don't want to shock your heart. You got to get your heart is a muscle. And if it's out of shape and you just go to freaking make it work, think of plumbing that's old. Like you could burst pipes, that, you could burst so you gotta start, listen to your body. So when I get tired, I just go a little farther. That's what I do. But I'm not you. These are just things that I have done, and I mean, the doctor says I'm healthy. I'm not on any medications. Mom's not on any medications. My feet hurt a lot. I eat too much sugar because I eat edibles. So my pain medicine, I do on that. If I keep walking and my heart active, and my blood circulating through my veins, then maybe I'll have a chance to hang out with Mom a little while longer. I think they're interdimensional too, but as part of the simulation, like, we're all freaking remote control puppets on planetary strings based on energy. We still have our free will. Like, we don't have to do, like, everybody I've known but one guy, Mr. Ski, because he took care of his parents. He's a balanced Virgo. He's more balanced than any other Virgo male I've ever seen. And he took care, but everybody else told me to put my mom in a home. You went from a neighborhood that you could get mugged on your front porch to where I'm at now. Just moved 4 days ago, and it's totally nice here. See, so you're on a new earth. You've been moved to a different dimension. Like, you moved there 4 days ago. Your mom died 2 days ago. It's an exchange of energy. Like, my dog died, and then, like, 2 hours later, I got a call from the real estate agent saying that the market shifted and that it's more favorable, which I've been tracking the markets already, so I already knew that, but then it just let me know. But he transitioned, and then this energy flow came in. That's how I see how energy works. Mom's over there. I don't even know. She might not be awake up yet. I think we're going to do croissant breakfast sandwiches this morning. And hopefully we'll have a little cloud coverage so I can get her out and about. It gets too hot for people that have had traumatic head injuries, strokes, even heat stroke. Like, that's kind of what I look at what these vaccines have done. They, like, put people's endocrine systems into an upheaval state, so that gives more people, it broadened their range. So now we're having more, because people don't know how to contain themselves within themselves in a peaceful way. So now we're going to get more outward expressions of violence. And still, like, when I go through walks, I'm strategic. Like, I know people that are dangerous. There's people, I'm not letting you walk within a fucking, like, I don't care how it looks. I don't care if you think I'm a fucking crazy person for being like, nope, I'm not walking near you. You kind of feel like a fucking creep. Like, no, I don't care. They're all the people that fucking travel so, they spend all this life force chi energy just traveling so far from so many faraway places just to fucking come here to take up space and let your dog shit on the fucking sidewalk in the town square. Ugh. Hey, it's just a nice balance of born and raised and out-of-towners to freaking, people don't have to act like that. They don't have to, they could come here and fucking give to the community. They could do all these things to make it better, that they just would rather use their free will to serve themselves all the fucking time. And that's America. And I'm exhausted from fucking having to pay for other people that don't want to do anything but want a lot of money from me so they can fucking live their life luxuriously, as well as all of their fucking kin suck my dick. That's what America is. That's a geography thing, dude. Like, yeah, places do suck the life out of you. That's why if you want to live on planet Earth in 2025, like, we got to work to be here. We always have. It's just now becoming more evident to more people. You're not in a different place. You're in a different place latitudinally, like energetic. I think the Earth is just a huge radio, and then people end up on stations like tune into frequencies, stories, songs, things like that, based on where their heart sits. Like how many, like they can force shit on you and tell you how it is. I can't tell you how many times I fucking heard this week, oh, Ozzy's a Christian, he's a this, he's a that. Okay, how many people can say, like, they were destitute on the street, but then Ozzy Osbourne himself came in and said, you know what, I want to help you out. Let's see what we can do to put your life in a better way. And then you compare that to how many fucking, like, famous people parties where he trashed shit and broke shit and people just got paid off. And then he was a great guy again. Like, I'm not buying their fucking shit. I don't get false for profits, people that get paid so much. Like Dolly Parton. Oh, she gives away millions of books. How many people do you know? How many kids do you know or have ever known or have known people that have had kids in the history of your fucking life? And what are these kids ever got a fucking book from Dolly? No, it's all money laundering. It's all racketeering. It's all siphoning. It's all part of, like, if we get them, the bigger the lie, the bigger that they get you to believe that they're fucking stellar human being. Like, joke's on you, fool. You feed their God with delusions. And their God is in good orderly direction. Their God has nothing to do, help thy neighbor, like, it's nothing to do with that. It's all about do what you want. Ego driven. Chase sensations. That's satanic, demonic shit. That ain't good orderly direction. That's ego shit. Ego is easing God out. God is good orderly direction. Make sure everybody has fucking what they need. Not make sure I have fucking more than I could ever possibly need in my whole life while everyone around me has shit. So, yeah, your world changed. So if you want to start new habits, now's the time to start it. If you want to start your health journey or whatever, I'm always encouraging people to start. That's how I know things are going to get better on the planet, because we have chaos on planet Earth because so many people have chaos inside themselves. Because they don't know how to fucking just say, hey, I'm okay. Whatever happening out here is not going to impact my fucking realm of serenity and peace inside. But people are like, I do it. I've done it. I do it. I will do it again. I get caught up in other people's shit. And then I get all, spun up. And then my mouth gets going. And then they get their feelings hurt. And I'm like, wait a minute. My whole life people told me to fucking get over shit. So my feelings weren't allowed to be hurt and all this stuff. So I guess your emotions are on you too, huh? So I'm not responsible for how you feel. Just like nobody else has ever been like, hey, Marge, I'm going to come in and make you feel, I'm going to let you set up in a house so you and Mom can have a garden. Let me hook you up, Marge. Let me make life easier for you. I look at all the people that fucking withheld my blessings, said, fuck you, Marge. I'm not even going to go into your instant messages and offer you encouragement. I'm just going to watch you suffer. Because people get off on watching people suffer. I don't. I can't watch people suffer. I see people suffer in the room. I'm like, what is it that you need? Like what you need? What is it going to make you feel better for just a little while? What is it going to? What can I do to help you restore your faith in humanity? Can I offer that? So. Yep, if it's too, your sister tells me I deserve it, but it's kind of hard to think of it. Dude, changing your way of thinking is really hard to do. That's why, I don't know. I've always been tracking astrology ever since I was a little girl, though. Because I keep trying to see where it's proven wrong, and I can't. It's just verifiably true all the time. I just lost the chat. Who needs enemies? Taos is dangerous. I didn't know how dangerous Taos was until, like, I mean, I guess I knew, because every place is dangerous, but I guess it's exceptionally dangerous because there's so many fucking, like, ignorant people. And when, that's what crazy is. Like, when people don't rationalize hurting another human, and there's so many people in such a small place that are willing to just not think and cause harm on another human being. And that to me is insane. That's crazy. The only part of the world that you have to deal with is the place where you and your hands are. I was taught that a long time ago. I used to be so concerned with times and places and events and things that were outside the room in which I was in. And the only thing that I needed to concern myself with ever was where my hands are. So, I mean, there's times that I would be like, be where my hands are, because Earth, life, chi, energy, equate that. When you feel more, you think more. So if you process your energy in your body, it's not going to go up to your brains as much. So people like me that don't have any earth in my chart, I got to fucking do more to wear myself out just so I don't think as much. And sometimes it doesn't even help. Just start listening to just go to YouTube or Rumble or wherever you listen to stuff and just type in astrology, and your frequency will draw you to the voices, the teachers that you are in alignment with, and they're going to evolve. And I listen to people that I don't even necessarily like. So don't think about it as liking. Think about it as interpreting the data and how it resonates with you. Because there's plenty of fucking astrologers. Like, I could not sit in a room and hang out with this person and like engage and stuff like that. Because they're so fucking fake. Because I'm multifaceted. And these astrologers, they're just astrologers. They're not fucking diesel engine mechanics like me. They're not IT fucking professionals. They're not healthcare workers. They don't take care of anybody but themselves. They go around conferences and vacation. You know, maybe some of them have kids, but hell, even fucking other people raise their children. So we're not the same caliber. I don't have peers on planet Earth. I don't. Emily Pike. Somebody just made a comment that said, say her name, Emily Pike, and I will forever say Emily Pike, because there's so many Emily Pikes. Mom slipped through the cracks. She's lucky she didn't end up an Emily Pike, but her friend Diane ended up an Emily Pike. Like, because if they'll just throw you away like garbage. Minute. Overpowering little girls. Like I said, I used to be bullied a lot, but now that I'm a grown woman and I have all this life experience, now they just come at me in the dark when I'm asleep. That's when they take my shit or break my shit or retaliate, because they're little fucking bitches. They're little fucking cowards. People aren't in your face correct, and if they are, many times they got this because they think this makes that bigger, and it don't. Neither did another stupid fucking trucks that they couldn't even change their own tires with that their fucking grandmas bought them, or their aunties, because they feel so bad because mom and dad just did too many drugs and drank, but they learn from example. It's generational garbage. Anyway. So, alright, I missed a lot of stuff. People are out of practice. You gotta be by yourself. You gotta practice being by yourself if you ain't never. I ain't never been with other people, so I had to practice being with other people. And then, My train of thought just derailed. Oh, that's funny you said that, because Mom is picking up the flowers on my thumbnail. That's her picking up. Yeah, that's funny that you said that. Do you think they're... Yeah, it's just people of a certain frequency. That's what an angel... It's just people that are driven... See, like they say Satan is Saturn. So when people are... Their charts are driven, like impacted by Satan. They're driven like that, you know... But see... I have free will. I got predominant, like, Saturn in my chart. My Mars and Saturn, they're in Gemini. So I got two polarities of Saturn. Oh, you want there, honey bear? Go ahead, Buzz. Right? And they're both in my 12th house. And so I have free will. So I take all that aggression and anger and angst that I have and frustration about things that I'm powerless about. And then I reinvented myself, and that's standing turtle. I'm standing turtle. Standing turtles don't run. I've got fucking full-grown fucking men over 6 foot. I'm 5'4", that have fucking straight up run at me, like full blown, like threatening to put me in that bush. You know, like when the reality of it is, all I had to do is step forward 2 steps, lean over, and help dude fucking over. And he would have been fucking in the bush himself. Dude, I've had too many fucking assholes beat me up in my life. to even not to think that they're gonna go unscathed. We're all profilers, I think. That your sister gets upset because you blow things up out of proportion. I worry about things that haven't happened yet. Well, you just see the future. If you see the future, you're going to create it. So that's where you got to be careful. I don't land on thoughts. I see thoughts, and I see pictures and realities based, like I see TV, like I remember how I watch TV shows, right? That's how but I don't land on things. I was benefited some years ago by being told to practice meditation, to sit quietly someplace. Don't lay there quiet. Well, whatever you're comfortable with, and just sit there and imagine a train going by. And every time you started thinking of a thought, like something like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this bill? Put that thought on the train, and then let it go with the train. Or a cloud. Put the thought in the cloud and let the cloud pass by. And let something else carry those thoughts. Just give those thoughts. Turn those thoughts over. We have control over our thoughts. And too many people on earth have taken a pill or a drug or fucking an alcohol, and they've lost the ability to control their own thoughts. And they keep thinking about these thoughts that are invoking these emotions, anger, frustration, hurt, pain, and then those thoughts are turning into negative dead cells and causing cancers within themselves. So, careful. That's why they say careful about what you think about. Careful about what you think about. I'm a seer too. I'm a psychic intuitive. They say it's a gift. I don't see it like that. You know, people are like, oh, all this energy, all this electric energy. And I don't like electric energy. I don't like feeling up here. I don't feel like that wee stuff. I don't like any of that stuff. I got electrocuted when I was young. That don't feel good to me. It's just more shit I gotta calm down from. And if you look, but see, if you, the experience that I had, Cassie, you go look up your birth star, start reading about you, And once you start making more sense to yourself, other people are going to start making more sense to you. It's just kind of how it is. So it's just how much people would rather sit there and do nothing. Because to them, like, that's peace. Like, nothing is peace. Like, nothing is serenity. No, that is like being active in life and still having peace inside you is how I understand it. And not getting caught up in other people's shit. I get caught up in other people's shit. So, I'm learning. I don't think I'm ever going to get it all the way either. Not in this incarnation. But I got a bunch of other stuff, so. Anyway. So, Grand Canyon, evidently only 18,000 people have gone down Grand Canyon in a raft. And I would say probably the last 30, 40 years. So that's 1 million people. So supposedly there's, how many people? They say there's 7, 8 billion people on the planet, but only 1 million in all of history have ever done that one thing. So what time do you think we're going down in when we go down there? Because I saw Land of the Lost, so I felt like I was back in the prehistoric times. I just didn't see the dinosaurs. But I wonder if we all collectively thought dinosaur, if we could have made one happen. I'm a loner. I like to be, I'm an introverted extrovert. I'm an INFJ, I'm an introverted extrovert. I do like people, I do like my alone time to charge. Mom's a Sagittarius. She always, like, Mom did so much. She didn't work, right? My brother always said, you don't work, you don't work, you don't work. Because it was, she made the choice for us to stay on welfare so we could have medical coverage, because she knew that she could never have a job that was good enough. And she knew that I was a fucking accident waiting to happen. And that like, I was accident prone. Like, I needed to go to the doctor, and she wanted to make sure that I was taken care of when I went to the doctor. So she made the choices she made, but she still volunteered her time. She has this award in there from the state of California, which my brother works for, asking or thanking her for her volunteer service, because for years she was a little tour guide in Shasta, old Shasta, right before Whiskey Town, until it burned down. And then before that she was like she worked at the Traveler Center in Anderson, Northern California, where the Vans outlet, the outlet stores are. And she would, so she would fill her time with activities and being social and engaging with people. Because she could do stuff without getting paid for it, even though it was hard. Yeah, and when you go to places energetically, check this out, Cassie. You think that's fucking cool? So you think when you go to places, you get their secrets energetically. If you're a truth seeker, you are going to be, that truth in that area is going to be imposed on you. If you're a liar, you don't got to worry about it. It's just going to fall over you. So not only, I wonder how many people that have, in the million people, if I cross-reference, the million people that have, like, had other life experiences that I've had, because like attracts like. So, out of the 1 million people, I wonder how many people were with me on Suda Bay Creek in 03, March 20, when we bombed Iraq. How many people were there that went down Grand Canyon? Because I was there. This is what it's all about. So men can feel like men and kill people that don't deserve to die. This is the military. And they do it at night like cowards in the dark for words like democracy and freedom when we aren't fucking free. This is where this is the view from the sun. If you look, these hotels are still there. They contracted out to the military. This is the view from my hotel. Right here. Want to see where I stayed? Here's me in the pool screwing around on a day off. I'll show you. the hotel I stayed in. And then I wonder how many people had all these life experiences after living through what happened to me when I was a 10-month-old baby. So I get that's I don't have a big peer group. So the Panorama Hotel in Hania, Chania, this is the hotel that I got to stay in because I enlisted to go to college to get a good education to take care of my mom. So that view was from this hotel. That's where I stayed. That was my room back there. So that's what war in America really is. And see, people are gonna be like, these are the military secrets that they want you to keep. These are the secrets. Don't tell them we're on paid fucking vacations and the fucking don't tell them this shit because we still gotta go back and fucking go to the parade so they can celebrate us. We still gotta perpetuate the lie of the propaganda that we're a fucking great place. We're really just nothing but a shithole. My brother even got trafficked. I just had that realization. He was like 12 years old. I thought it was weird. Grandma, why is brother going to Florida kissing me for a fucking play date that he met from a kid at the pool? Because he was somebody's type that was important. He used to go every year for like 10, 15 years. He would go with his fraternity brothers. They would all get a cabin in the woods up in Tahoe. Every fucking Super Bowl. It's all ritual. It's all ritual. I'm like, this stuff has been like, I've seen it and then people talk about it and I'm like, oh my God, that's my brother. He's probably been to Bohemian Grove. Like, me and Mom, we're probably the fucking sacrifice, you know? Oh, no, anybody that fucking goes to the 4th of July celebrations and fucking celebrates America in 2025, they're the fucking crazy ones. They're the fucking, you know, like, go back to playing your video games. Like, just go back to being an NPC. Go back to creating a fucking false reality. You know, talk to your fucking fake friend. You know, whatever you call your little fucking... What? I don't have any friends. Will you be my friend? Yes. Blah, blah, blah. I won't be your friend. Blah, 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 blah. You don't need people. Blah, 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 blah. That's fucking sad. Like, but people with imaginary friends are crazy, but intelligence artificial is cool. Like, you people don't make sense to me. Earthlings don't make sense. Ma, we're probably one of them hybrids, Ma. We probably got that alien DNA in us. And they know it, but we don't. I got the ability to telekinesis. I get it from Mom. I do. It's like a party trick. I can put a lighter on your hand, and you stand over there, and I will ask it. It's for cooperation, and I will rock it back and forth on your hand and knock it off. So, but everybody can do it. Everybody can do this shit because nobody anyplace is special. We're all just the same, says nobody with any, says everybody without any practical skills. Doc, let's clean your earbuds while you're ready to get up. Mama. You still sleeping? Ready to get up? You getting blissed out? You blissed out and want to get up? You want to rest some more? Okay. You're welcome. So, yeah, my earth changed 2 weeks ago this morning. My earth changed. My whole world changed when Benny died. I still have the fucking raspberry on my knee. Like, it hasn't really healed. Like, I feel like I'm in that same timeline. Because when he died, I was carrying him out to the car to take him to the vet. That's my fucking Benny raspberry. And it goes all the way down. Like, it goes... It's... I had this whole thing was just road rash. Fucking... It just sucks. Because when life sucks, it has to suck the suckiest as it possibly can. Like, it can't just suck like my dog died. No, I gotta fucking drop his body and fucking wipe out. And, like, it has to just ultimately suck in the worst possible way. So, I've been through a lot in my life, and now I'm here to help other people, you know, get through their shit that they're going through now. You know? Because a lot of people... I mean, yeah, I could have done like so many other people and I'm no contact with my dad. Dude's a narcissistic, fucking demonic, fucking scumbag. Like, he ain't never done nothing for me. Oh wait, no, I take it back. When I got in trouble, I got my first DUI. I had a fine through the court, and it was $15.77. So he gave me $15.77, and then another time he gave me $500 cash, so I could find a place to live in Sacramento. That's what he did for me. So that's more than a lot of people had done for them by their own father. So I'm not talking shit. That, like, Mom's dad never did nothing for him. Mom's mother never did anything for her except throw her away so she didn't have to be fucking raised in fucking Taos County. Oh, all my bios except I think TikTok, it says that's what, like, Facebook, it just says I'm quirky. You know, they said I was autistic when I was 12. 13, CVI. They did those 2-day tests. Like, God, it was all my brain. I was like, I don't want to do this. It was comprehension, all that stuff. But every time I had to go to a new school, they'd test me for all this shit. I was always tested. They talk about the GATE program and stuff. I was never in a GATE program because we moved around so much. But I always had those I can't tell you how many of those hearing tests that I've had. And so I got tested for everything, and then so when I was at CVI, they said I was autistic, but in my mind I heard artistic, so that's when I really started drawing and stuff, because I did a test and they said I was artistic, so I better do what they say I am, so I really practiced. And it wasn't until years later I heard somebody say, I thought they said autistic. Or I thought they said artistic, but they said autistic, and that triggered that thought in my brain. And I was like, this whole time. And it never did me any favor. And I see all these people get all these advantages because they think different. And I'm like, I never got those advantages. And then I started figuring out what my storyline and my family history and all this stuff is. And astrology and, you know, wars in the spiritual world realm where they try to break you down so you'll turn in the physical. World War III is of a spiritual variety. We come to this planet, something in us knows that we are to fight for life. And then I just watch what the imposed reality is. And then I'm like, oh, they got with the program. They're not trying to break the program. They're totally comfortable in the program. And the program is all things imposed. It's sports scores. Sports. Whenever you draw so many people away to suck them in to do nothing productive, that's what Satan wants people to do. So sports, entertainment, Washington, D.C., they are all synonymous. They're all scripted. There's all people sitting someplace in a room directing and guiding narratives so fucking people can't live freely on planet Earth. And it's been like this for all time. There's never been a time. Where in a history book, name a fucking history book where everybody has been fucking free on planet Earth, where they can just go where they want, do what they want, you know? No. There's control, dominance, all this shit, and then what has happened? What happens when you allow some people to do it, and then no, there's retaliation, there's redemption, there's all this mismatched energy, and it's gonna calibrate. Now that's what happening on planet Earth. It's gonna recalibrate. The Earth is gonna recalibrate itself because the human beings, or the Nephilic, the interdimensional beings, have using their free will more for butt stuff than keeping shit clean. So we are the cancer. Humans are the cancer of the experience of this incarnation because what they've done with their free will. And so now we all get to learn collectively the lessons of what happens when you get too greedy, because people don't learn about what happens from reading the books. They're not learning. They just keep perpetuating the same behaviors. So shit's gonna get fucking real now for a lot of people. So for those, I guess for all those that are like in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and like you're having situations in life, you're experiencing things, and it's like the most horrific thing you've ever experienced. Don't be sad about that. Consider yourself fucking lucky that you made it that fucking long on planet Earth without being terrified. That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day.